You wanted more, didn't you? More tales from my job? The things I see, the things I hear. Well, let me warn you. Once you know, you can't unhear it. So, let's start with her. The woman in Building 6. It was a year ago. I can still feel my stomach tighten when I think about it. I was on patrol, flashlight in hand, sweeping through the cold, empty offices of Building 6. The light beam bounced off walls as I moved from room to room. I was nearing the end of my sweep when I turned to leave and froze. She was there, a woman, late 20s, wild hair, her clothes torn like she'd been living in the shadows for days. My flashlight hit her square in the face, but she didn't flinch, not even a blink. Almost spoke, almost broke the rule, but then it hit me. Ignore her. That's what they always said. My chest tightened, my palms went clammy. The flashlight trembled in my hand. I dropped it to waist level, pretending to check the walls to steady myself.
Hey, I'm sorry,
she said, her voice soft, almost kind.
I fell asleep in one of the offices. Can you let me out?
I said nothing, just nodded slightly, like I was preoccupied. My mind screamed at me to leave. Run! But protocol wouldn't let me. I had to finish this sweep. Every floor, every room. I stepped past her, heart pounding, and she let me go. But then I heard it, the soft sound of footsteps behind me. She was following.
Please?
She said, her voice growing sharper.
My children must be worried sick.
15 minutes. That's how long she followed me, whispering, pleading, throwing things near me to make me flinch. At one point, she screamed a guttural, ear-piercing shriek, jumping in front of me, hands clutched to her mouth as if stifling laughter. I didn't look, I couldn't. By the time I reached the last floor, she was giggling.
Are you sure you checked all the rooms?
She teased. I didn't answer. I didn't breathe. I slipped the key into the door, stepped outside, and locked it behind me. The silence that followed haunted me for weeks. And then there was the office building on floor 43. A simpler job, or so I thought. Just guard the door. Count the people in hazmat suits. Let them come and go. Easy. Until 4:01 p.m. That's when the rules changed. At exactly 4, no one could leave. No exceptions. And yet, every day, someone tried. At first it was polite.
Please, we've lost track of time,
they'd say. Then desperation.
My family's waiting for me.
Crying, pleading, whimpering. It always ended the same way. Silence. The numbers never added up. More went in than came out, and I never dared ask why. Chris told me about the mansion, the one with the mirror. He and his partner were told never to look at it, only to ensure the sheet covering it stayed in place. One night, the sheet slipped off. His partner stared at the mirror. He didn't move, didn't blink. Chris locked the security room door, just like protocol. But when he glanced at the feed, his partner was staring into the glass, motionless. A minute later, the gunshot echoed through the mansion. The final story I'll share today, it's the one that makes people apply. Camera 12, the man in the suit, the one who asks you to sing. The rules are precise. Answer his questions exactly, sing the song perfectly, and you're rewarded with a briefcase full of cash. but miss a word, a note? Well, they train candidates to run. And even then, most of them don't make it back. So there you have it. More stories. More warnings. But remember, the money, the rush, none of it's worth what you'll lose if you make the tiniest mistake. And trust me, they're always watching.